Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to insert data into the database using PHP language on Mysqli. So without wasting time, I have my Notepad++ editor, and if you have another text editor, it's fine, like Sublime text editor or Notepad Flat. Those ones also used in text editing. And also I'm going to use XAMPP. My XAMPP is running. If you can also use WAMP server for those who use WAMP server. So I'm going to work on my Notepad++. So in Notepad++, we're going to create first of all a form. Let's first of all create a form. First of all, we're going to declare a doc HTML. It is HTML. We'll create HTML tags. And we create and close. Now in here we're going to put a head, title, close the tag title, and close the tag head. But now in our title we want it to be like insert data. Into database. That is our title. So let's save this into our XAMPP folder. This is our XAMPP. Our XAMPP is here. Our XAMPP folder. Then we save in htdocs folder. Let's create a new folder called student. We double click on it to open. We just name this as index.php. File. So that is our index file. So let's first run our file, and you see our host, it is called student. We put the name of the folder. First of all, this is our empty page. So let's go back to our text editor. Here we're going to open the body tag and close the body tag. And close the body tag. Then from a body, we're going to create a form. And close form tag. From a form action, we're going to give it a form action. Let it be null. Then method, we're going to be using post method because we're submitting data into the database. So we're going to post data into the database. So that's the action of the form. Actually, we're going to use the method, this method, for submitting data into the database. If we are retrieving data from the database, meaning we are going to use the method called get method. So now for this form, we are going to put now the input text. Let me put first of all name. Let's say first name. Then I say input type to be text. We shall be using text. Name, we can give it as first name, fname. Then we can place a placeholder if you want. For my case, I don't want that. Let's copy this, we duplicate this. Here we're going to put last name. And here we shall put location. The name has to be location. the input type has to be text. Then the first last name, yeah, let it be L name. Now let's put the button. Input type of the button is called submit. Submit. Name, we can put it as insert. Value, this is the text you want to appear on the button. You can say add data. Let's save and we first run this. Let's run on this. Right, this is our web page now. So let's break this so that they're in order. Break. It's okay. Break this, we copy this. We copy this and paste here, and paste here. Let's save and run again. Right, this is how it will be. So let's break also up. I'm trying to bring it down. Yes. So this is all for the thing, for the form. Now we're going to insert data into the database. Before, let's write now our PHP code up here. I want you to watch this video until the end. PHP. Now from PHP, we're going to create variables for connection, host name. Host name is Kata. We call it as localhost because we're going to use localhost. We terminate it. Another variable called username. We're going to use root. We terminate. Another variable called password. It's going to be null. I've not set password for my server. Then we have DB name. That is another variable. DB name, we shall give it as our DB name. Let's call it same one, semester like that. Right, now that is our DB name. Now from here we are going to create our database. So we shall go to our PHP MyAdmin and say localhost PHP MyAdmin. We're going to create a database called, we have given a name as semester, this name. So we're going to name our database as that. Let's first wait the PHP MyAdmin to load. As it's loading, please make sure you get the information. Alright, it has loaded. Now from here you come on the left side and click on new. Our database is called semester. Let me see if that's the right spelling. Alright, let me just copy in order to avoid spelling errors. Let me paste it here. Then you say create. Yes, our database has been created. It's here. So now inside this database, let's create a table. So now a table, let's give a table as learners. The name of our table. In learners, we want to have like 4 columns. So we have 4 columns here. So let's say go. Spreading. Yes, it has created. Now from our first column, we want to call it ID. You give it a length of 100, but we want it to auto increment, like to be adding like from 1 2 3 4 5 6, like that, to do it automatically. Next one, we want to say your first name. The data type has to be varchar, and the length, let it be like 400. Next one is last name. Data type has to be varchar. You can say like 700, any. Then next is location. Data type has to be varchar. You can say like 300, and say save. We're saving the table. Right, our table has been created. It is here. This is our table. So our first column is called ID. Next one is first name. Next one is last name. The other one is location. So let's go to our text editor. We establish a connection to a database. We establish a connection as con mysqli underscore connect. We say we pass the variables. One variable is called host name as localhost. We copy, comma. Next one is username, which is root. So we're going to use we're passing the variables. Then we're passing a password as password. Password is null, but we are going to put here the variable because we're passing it. Then we put the database. This has to be a comma. That is the name of the name. We're passing the variable called database. So we terminate this. So let's first test the connection. If con, we're testing the connection first of all. If con is established, is correct, then echo connected. We're testing first of the connection of the database. Else echo not connected. We terminate it. We save. We're trying to test the connection of the database. Yeah, we are connected to the database, you see. If it was not connected, then I can say when we let's first try to remove this. I know we shall get an error there. Not really, like that. No. Let's try to first kill the database to comment it. You see, we have gotten an error here. So that is it. So our database is connected, so we don't want this as per now. We're just testing. So now we're going to write a code called if is set $_cost _cost brackets, that if someone has clicked the button named insert, this one here, that's what that statement means, that if someone has clicked the button named insert, open brackets, then we say then you create a variable called A variable we can call name, or right, or first name, f name is equal to $, underscore post, meaning underscore post, meaning the variable of the first text editor. I mean the first text box. The name of the first text box is this one, f name. Actually, I don't want to confuse you here. A variable can be anything you put. Can be anything. Let's put here like ff, like that. I don't want to confuse you. Another variable called, we are going to a variable for last name, but let's put ww, $ underscore post, terminate it. Then let's get the name of the second text box, which is last name. Variables are just variables, those ones who you will pass them, so we put them there. Next variable is for location, so we can put like LLR, you say underscore $_ post. I'm doing this so that I don't confuse you. So the name of our location text box is called location, this one here. I shall put it here, paste. Right, that is the code we have. Now what we're going to do is now to insert data into the database, meaning we are going to we create a variable called query. You can put it any way you want. It's, as I told you, it's just a variable. You can even put your name. As Herbert, you can put your name, but for my case, let's put query. Then I say we create this brackets, terminate. Sorry. What we're going to do is we're going to just insert this. Now, to make it easier, let's go back to our PHP, my admin, this one here. So the name of our table is called learners. Now I want you to click the table learners. When you click table learners, come on top here and go to SQL. Then these are the commands you are going to select. For our case, for the case of this video, we're inserting data, so we come on here and insert. Click here, highlight all, and copy this code, copy this query, place here, paste. Break that down. So we're trying to say that query insert into learners, the table called learners. We're not going to insert the ID because ID is automatically incremented. We're not going to insert ID. We're only inserting the first name, last name, location. Values, now we're going to remove these values. Now, as I told you, these are the values we're going to insert, these variables. Now we bring this variable, the variable of first name, values, ff, comma, we bring another one, this variable, then we bring another variable, this one, comma, it has to be a comma, those values, right? That is all. Now from here we are going to now query the database. We can now say data. You can put any variable, don't mind about anything, just put a variable. Data is equal to MySQL. We are going to query a database, that MySQL query. We query a database. Now here we are going to create a database. click on query QR. We terminate. So what this code means, we are querying the database. We are trying to tell this that you submit data into this query using this connection. We are querying the database by submitting this information using the connection of code. So if data is right, if the queried and the data and the code is and data is ready to be submitted, then you're going to say echo data submitted. Successfully. Else, if it has not submitted, then you can say echo data not submitted. Terminate. Right, that is all. Now let's test our code by running it. I think this is our form. First name, but no. Let's first see. I was trying to clear, but okay. Location, you can say. Then we add. Our data has been submitted successfully, but we have an error in line 22. Line 22 here. No, everything's right. They just report the error. Don't mind about this error reporting. 0. We terminate. Continue. Okay. Now let's again submit another data. Okay, let's submit this form. Is a view. Right, that has been submitted successfully. Now let's check our table. Our table is this one called learners. Alright, this is our data that has been submitted right now. Let's again try to submit more. I want you to see. Let's submit. Let's put SSSSS. Again SSSSS. Again SSSS. Just submitted successfully. Let's refresh and browse it. Right, this is here. SSSSS. So this is our data that has been submitted to our database. So this is how we do it. So if you have enjoyed the video, please like the video, comment, and please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you find more videos like these ones. Thank you so much for watching this video. More are coming. Thank you so much.